Hello and welcome to match number 79 of the I-League 23-24 season as 10th placed Rajasthan United take on Real Kashmir, who are only 4 points off the top of the I-League. This is how things stand. Real Kashmir on 23 points, 4 away from Mohammedan Sporting, and are looking to put the pressure on them. Rajasthan United on 10th position on 12 points. A win could get them closer to the likes of Delhi FC, who are in 8th position. Real Kashmir having played 12 games, having faced all of their opponents so far, and they faced Rajasthan United in the beginning of the season. It was the Snow Leopards which came over with the victory with 2-0. Goals from Wayne Vaz and Shahir Shaheen. This is Rajasthan United, I beg your pardon, entering the stadium a few moments before kickoff. 3 wins, 3 losses and 3 draws so far to get those 12 points. We also had a word with Pushpender Kundu, the team coach. Let's hear what he had to say.
Looking forward to this match, and we'll try to get the best result. And for that, we had done so much hard work and training for the last 1.5 month. So hopefully that we'll get a positive result in our favor.
As you heard, there was a bit of a break and a lot of time to think about the past for Rajasthan United. But in terms of Real Kashmir, it has been a very good spell. In fact, the break came a little too soon for them. They will be wanting to continue the good form that they are in. The most clean sheets in the campaign so far with 8. And they have also won 7 games, lost just the 3 and drawn 2. Let's hear what their coach Ishfaq Ahmad had to say before today's game.
Easy match today. They have good side. Last 2 results, if you see before the break, they won some really good matches away and home also. We have to, if we want to do something good in this league, we have to continue, show consistency, and today is the opportunity. New day, new team, and I hope we will have a good game.
Ishfaq Ahmad said that it will not be an easy game. There are no easy games in the I-League. Anyone watching, any fan, any player will tell you that. As we take a look at the warm-ups first of Rajasthan United, Raghav Gupta will be playing in the midfield today versus his former side. Lots of eyes will be on him as we will look forward to a few new names as well in the I-League as they have joined the sides in the middle of the campaign. This is how Rajasthan United line up. Mala in between the sticks, Bhatt, Amrit, Jefferson and Negi at the back, Zoma, Raghav and William in the midfield, Chunga, Marin and Denzel up top. It's a 4-3-3 formation, and Chunga and Denzel will flank the likes of the Croatian Marin Mudrazia. As we take a look at now Real Kashmir and Krizo, who has been in super form, 7 goals in the campaign so far, up against the likes of Rajasthan United, who have been leaking goals. They have conceded 27 so far this season. And on the other end of the spectrum, Real Kashmir have only conceded 6, and they have been solid at the back. Here they are with Mohit between the sticks, Haider, Hamad, Shaheen, Wayne Vaz, both of them who scored in the last game versus Rajasthan United. There's Jeremy, Carlos, Lomba and Ayub in the midfield, Asrar, Krizo and Bai, who is back in the I-League as well for Real Kashmir. Here are the officials for this afternoon. Akash Kumar, Kamlesh Kumar Mehta, assisted by Joginder Singh Rana and Mukesh Dutt. And 4th official is Lalit Singh Rawat. And assisting me in the commentary box today, after a while, it is Vashwar Ghosh. Good afternoon, Vashwar. What do you look forward to in this game and in the second half of this I-League campaign?
Good afternoon, Liam, and good afternoon to all the viewers. Good to be back, firstly, and this looks to be an interesting matchup, especially because the weight is building up to this contest. Rajasthan United, if you look at their form recently in the I-League only, they have not been beaten in the last 5 matches, which is very contrasting to their Super Cup performance, but there are reasons behind that. But on the other hand, Real Kashmir, they are a side very difficult to beat, have conceded very little, but they need to keep their focus and not let themselves slip down from that possibility of going to the top of the table. A bit about the lineups, very interesting from Pushpender Kundu. Not sure what exactly is the midfield shape with more than 2 or 3 fullbacks and a few wingers in the squad. Denzel might come central. We'll wait and watch. Very intriguing.
Oh, absolutely, that'll be something that we will have to keep a close check on. The fact that Raghav Gupta, who knows Real Kashmir ever so well, starts this game. He is a very versatile player. He can play everywhere on the pitch, and you get the feeling that Denzel might just drop deeper. Even Marin might just drop deeper. We have to see what he brings to the table as well, the Croatian. And as per Real Kashmir, it's about that fight to the top of the table. A bit of pressure now on Mohammedan Sporting. A win here, and then Mohammedan Sporting will really be looking over their backs.
Well, indeed. And Mohammedan Sporting have been handed their first loss a match ago. And against this very side, Real Kashmir, who are really turning out to be a threat. That man on his screen, Bhabinder Malla Thakri, he has been a promising name, has got his opportunity in the I-League now. And previously in the Santosh Trophy, and wherever he has got the opportunity to perform, he has done so. But a few controversies and anything kept apart. Just talking about his play, a very, very promising young goalkeeper.
Absolutely, and as we see Namdhari Stadium, lots of fans flocking in attendance. We've seen lots of I-League games in this campaign played here. And when you speak about Rajasthan United, Vashwar, one thing is for sure, there will be goals galore. In their previous fixtures, they won 5-4 versus Trau, they won 4-3 versus Neroka. That is 16 goals rather between 2 games before that break. And then in the Hero Super Cup as well, they lost 5-0. So lots of goals, but for them, they will be wanting to concede less.
And they'll want to instead focus on their I-League form, where they scored 9 in those 2 games and won both of them. Dramatic comebacks, both against, coincidentally, 2 Manipur sides. They have a few alterations in the squad, as you mentioned, few new faces. One of them, of course, the Croatian up front, Marin. And along with that, in goal, Pabindra has come in. Hardik Bhatt gets a start this season. He's been off and on. Ferrito has been playing in his place generally, who has, of course, been very, very impressive. Mohit Singh on the bench today.
Very important for Rajasthan United to just take things in their stride. As we said, wasn't a very successful Super Cup campaign, lost in the qualifier to Inter Kashi, and that gave them a bit of more time off, in fact, as compared to some of the other teams. And from Real Kashmir's point of view, of course, it's just about sticking to the way they have played. And the way they have played has been really good, attractive football, compact at the back as well. Of course, not easy to beat someone like Mohammedan Sporting, that too convincingly, by 3-0.
Well, Chunga stands as he waits, and we await an exciting encounter as well.
Looks like we are all set as we kick off here at Namdhari Stadium. It's match number 79 of the I-League 23-24 season as Rajasthan United play host to Real Kashmir. It's the Desert Warriors taking on the Snow Leopards, and they will definitely give each other a lot to think about. Ball played backwards quickly, a bit of a high press there from Real Kashmir, who are playing in their yellow and blue strip. Rajasthan United in their full white. And of course, these two sides played each other early on in the campaign as well. A couple of goals from the defensive line for Real Kashmir, with Wayne Vaz and Shahir Shaheen finding the back of the net. In the second half, here's Krizo, who has made it a habit to find the back of the net, loses possession on that occasion. And now Rajasthan United try to move it forward. And Vashwar, coming into this game, they will have that result in the back of their minds. Rajasthan United having lost to Real Kashmir in that close bout.
They will have that headache, and along with that, another point is that they haven't really scored against this very opponent in last 3 meetings, which is a big headache. But right now, Rajasthan in attack with Denzel. Chunga, he likes to shoot. I tried to just chip the keeper somewhat from that distance, audacious attempt, but just shows the confidence this young man has.
I think that's a good way to start. Sometimes Rajasthan United don't really take their shots in the opening few minutes. That'll give him a bit of confidence. He has been really good shooting from outside the box. William as well. Now Real Kashmir trying to build up from the back. You can hear a lot of talking as well from the mics on the ground. And you will hear a lot of that, especially from the Real Kashmir side of things, because they like to be very organized. Here's Krizo. Did he get that final touch? That won't matter, it is kept in. Good defensive work there from Hardik Bhatt. Wayne Vaz comes quite high up the pitch. Again, Real Kashmir with some fancy footwork there, and eventually I think should be a goal kick.
Well, the last touch came of Jeremy, and that is why it is indeed a goal kick. They wanted a keeper who can play out from the back. That has been one struggling point. Pushpender Kundu just likes to try and pass it out from the back, but that has sometimes backfired. But today with Bhavendra in, it will be interesting. But you talked about how important Krizo has been and his role this season. A very different role than what we are habituated seeing him doing on the pitch. Generally, it's more of a target man type role. But this season, he has been the link-up man, just playing those 1 or 2 touches and the clip from behind. A free kick, William. There's so many promising names to watch out for. There's one of them, consistently performing. A good physical battle there.
Yes, definitely a bit of a naughty challenge there from Adnan Ayub. And the way you've pointed that out, Vashwar, very important point about Krizo linking up, and he has done a phenomenal job. It's something that you haven't really seen him do much of in the past. But when he's done that, it's really worked. That's a bit of a miss kick there, but a recovery nonetheless. Rajasthan United now can move forward. A shot from distance, it's a decent one, and that will do him a bit of confidence there. Mohit Shabir, after that slip and kick straight to the opposition, now he makes a good save. But is that a sign of things to come? Good link up there between the newly formed Rajasthan United strike force.
Well, indeed, this angle wouldn't cover it up much, but tell you what, the keeper meanwhile is down. He'll need some treatment. And talking about that chance, it came from the Croatian Marin. If you see the replay again later on, you'll see how he just controlled the ball with a touch or two and moved past the defenders, creating a bit of space for Denzel. And whenever he has the opportunity to shoot, he will try and test the keeper. It wasn't a bad take. It was on target. It was testing the keeper, had to go down quickly.
And take a look at that. Krizo coming all the way towards the goal post and having a word there with Mohit. Maybe because it's because of the injury, or because he was rushing it a bit too much before this, but he went for that early clearance. Looks like he's taken a bit of a strike to the ribs, but I think he will be fine. Goalkeepers tend to push through all of this. And this is how it is for Real Kashmir at the moment. Everybody very involved with each other, and that is when you know that a side means business.
A unit really, playing as a team, performing as a team. They have conceded only 6 goals.
It looks like he will be good to go. Mohit Shabir, perhaps just wanting to slow things down. Throws that towards the right hand side. Taken forward now. Hamad. Build up play again from Real Kashmir. Play towards the right hand side now. Ball into the channel for Krizo to chase. Nicely dealt with though, with a touch there from Jefferson Oliveira. That will be an immense battle to look forward to. Jefferson, the Brazilian, taking on the likes of Krizo from the Ivory Coast. Might we see the first long throw of the game here? Something that has been resonant in the I-League for seasons before this from Real Kashmir, but lots of other teams adopting it as well. Here's Hamad. Krizo goes for the flick on. Didn't really time it too well. In fact, it came off a Rajasthan United shirt, and it will be another long throw from Hamad.
Mohammad Hamad has been providing solidity to the back line along with such options. Krizo again looking for the flick. It doesn't work for the second time. Some good defending, and Chunga has pace. Denzel running forward, and he has spotted the run as well. That is a good pass, only if he can keep it in. Just the angle taking it away from Denzel. Should have been more central, but difficult to find that pass in these circumstances.
I think the idea will be to try and feed Denzel as much as possible. 10 goals in the I-League campaign so far. And if not for his goals, Rajasthan United would have been in an even worse position. Of course, they're not in the best of positions, 10th right now, as we saw that table. But a couple of wins and anything can change. Here's Hamad once again. A bit of a heavy touch there. Nicely taken down though. The likes of Haider Yusuf there. And what we should see moving forward in this game, Vashwar, is a lot of possession from Real Kashmir, but don't count out Rajasthan United, because on the counter they are ever so dangerous.
Don't count them out till the final whistle is blown, rather. Because that's the way they have come back into the previous fixtures. And you were talking about Denzel scoring 10 goals, 5 of them in those 2 comeback stories, a hat-trick and a brace. That's a missed pass from Carlos Lomba. He was distributing it well, just rushing this one, and has won it back as well. And now by Camo. Krizo, he's on, and just trying to check it back for some support. It wasn't enough on that occasion.
Those two playing together, Krizo and Baikamo, that is something that we will look forward to. Of course, both from Ivory Coast. And if they can get their link up correct, which I'm sure they will, then Real Kashmir will score even more goals, and they already have 21 in the season so far.
Along with that, they have conceded just 6. Some pressure from Asrar Rebar. Very confident and calmly done by Pavindra Marla. And that is what Rajasthan United need. And they have fumbled under pressure previously. In the previous season as well, I've seen some such goals they have conceded. But they are building up a project. Pushpender Kundu has been in charge since a while now. Have provided some good players like Hardik Bhatt himself, who is leading the squad today. And just to spot one thing for Real Kashmir, you were mentioning how they're keeping possession. And meanwhile, here's another attacker being built up. And Real Kashmir, they're known as a physical side, a strong side. So we generally expect them to defend and counter. But this season, Ishfaq Ahmed, he has brought in a mix of both. They control the game, they have possession, and they're solid at the back. 6 goals conceded, 21 scored. And that is why they are leading the charts at the moment, just behind Mohammedan Sporting.
Absolutely, that's a great point, and I think it's been a perfect mix of both. Nice ball there from Hamad, even though he slipped, managed to get it away. And in a long campaign like the I-League, even when you have a break in between, which is not too common, It's not easy to stick to one particular style of play. Lots of changes in terms of personnel as well. We'll get back to that. Here is Denzel, plays it wide for Chunga. Lots of space. This is what he likes. But then a double team effort there from the defensive side of things for Real Kashmir. And that is what they are so good at, as we were mentioning. And it's about the complete package. You've seen teams in the past who have won the I-League and also competed for it. Real Kashmir also came very close a few seasons ago. It's all about having that perfect combination, and they've got it right so far this season. Of course, a long way to go.
I just pulled down there, Krizo. I was trying to control it again. And the controller-in-chief somewhat up front, Krizo. But Real Kashmir just not getting that final pass through properly. Asrar Raibar, another revelation this season. Provides those crosses on a plate. Now runs down the wings, scores goals. Local lad, more importantly for Real Kashmir. They've been promoting local talents. That has been their focus. Carlos Lomba on the free kick.
Definitely, I think no matter how good your foreign players are, the Indian players have to chip in, and actually more than chip in, have to have a lot of presence in the team, and they've done really well. That's a long ball from Lomba. Krizo was standing offside for a long time, not sure what that was all about, and I don't think they really communicated that, but then that shot from a distance was always travelling over. Real Kashmir have been known for their set pieces over the years. That one not too impressive.
Well, on one side it is not too impressive, especially because the outcome was so poor and the shot was wide. But we couldn't see fully what that strategy meant because it wasn't executed well. But maybe somewhere it was a plan where Krizo was trying to drag all the defenders, and the defenders went his way, and the rebound options were all free. Interesting, but cannot comment much because it was really a wasteful one eventually.
And we do tend to see so many new tactics tried all over the world, and that is something different from Krizo. Here come Rajasthan United, do a great ball wide to William, who likes that kind of space, cuts in, almost sets it up there for Richardson Denzel, who can let loose from there. We saw him with an effort, the only real effort of the game so far, 13 minutes in, and a few more spectators flocking now to Namdhari Stadium.
Not their regular home, Rajasthan United, but they've found, or at least trying to find a new home here, which a few of the sides have tried to, especially the Manipur sides. We know the situation, but results is what they need, and that is when they can call it home. They'll be happy to call it home. Haider Yusuf just trying to muscle his way past those defenders. Surajit, well, that's expertly done and wins a free kick. Oh, it's been given as a throw-in.
Yeah, it looks like he was slightly clipped from behind. Don't think it was given eventually. Denzel just getting a talking to for those challenges on Haider Yusuf. This time the throw was short. Carlos Lomba looks to launch it in. Poor delivery once again. I was expecting Krizo to perhaps go towards that second post, but he was always starting in that first post area. Rajasthan United have done a good job so far to just force Real Kashmir to play those long balls, not allowing them to play out too much in that midfield. They've been quite compact, and you can see that Ishfaq Ahmed was getting slightly frustrated there after that long ball from Carlos Lomba.
His plans aren't working right now. 77% possession for Real Kashmir, a huge amount. Massive, really, 23 only for Rajasthan. But still, if you are watching the game from start, you can sense it is somewhat in balance. And that was close. They're pressing high. They want that early goal and not want to keep it hanging till the last moments of the game. Kamo just loses possession. And now Marian, he's poked it forward. Chunga is free. This is an open chance, and Rajasthan might take the lead. Off the post it is. And would you believe it? He tried to be way too precise than needed.
Oh, what a chance, what a beautiful ball, and great run there from Chunga. And you have to say, once he created that angle, you felt that he was going to just tuck it into that bottom left post. But now Real Kashmir, not resting on anything, trying to create a counter-attack. In fact, they have played it backwards. Now Haider slips, flicked on. Krizo will try to flick it on again. This could be a chance. Good goalkeeping once again from Mohit Shabir. And finally, this game has come alive as we take a look at the chance from Chunga. Had the keeper beaten, Venwas did well to, in fact, just put a bit of pressure on him and then get that rebound. But after all of that, he should have really finished that one.
Well, indeed. Tried to be too precise in that bottom corner. Could have just placed it anywhere. The entire net was open. And Chunga, what an opportunity wasted. And, well, he has been promising. He has scored a goal too against Neroka a match or so ago. And he would have been so much more happy if he slotted that in. And would have been such an important goal for Rajasthan. The mental part of the game would just tilt towards Rajasthan United. Taking the lead against the second place team. And they would have the pressure to come back into the game. And on the other hand, just after that, it was Jeremy who had a chance. But good goalkeeping, as you mentioned, by Bhavendra Malla. Just came out in time, collecting it. Promising, good football all around.
Absolutely. Finally, a bit of pace injected to the game. And yes, I beg your pardon, it was Bhavendra Malla who collected that one. Going from one post to the other so quickly. Here come Rajasthan United again. William looking for that 1-2. Couldn't find the pass. Here come Real Kashmir again. And we did mention that the counter-attack is always something that Rajasthan United are very dangerous with. But Chunga not being able to add that finishing touch. Here comes Hamad again. That's a good piece of play. Cross attempted there by Asrar.
By Kamo. Waiting for the overlapping run. Jeremy is through now, and Krizo has got a touch. And there was a foul. He got a touch on the keeper and not the ball, really. And that is that doesn't look good. And the physio will be called upon. But what a chance again. Look at that.
Absolutely great overlapping run. Ball was played and great goalkeeping, I must say. Heroic stuff there from Bhavendra Malla, who hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Quite a dangerous challenge there from Krizo. Of course, he had eyes only on the ball, but his boot was quite high. Might just get a card for that, not too sure about it. Hopefully, both players involved will be okay.
Well, we generally see cards being given for that, even though it was not intentional, but a high boot straight to the keeper. And you would expect at least a yellow flashing out. Maybe it's on some referees who just want to calm down the game and not flash out too many cards. Well, there's the chance again for Chunga. Went fast, just how much needed. He knows in his mind the pressure he needs to apply. And then this was the move right now, which Bhavendra Malla just got a touch to it, I believe, Liam.
A very important touch from him. Looks like he should be fine to continue. This gives a bit of an opportunity for Ishfaq Ahmed to have a word with his players.
The battle of two Indian head coaches. Not often we see that, but they have been so promising. Even though Rajasthan are not at a great position in the league table, but they've tried a few things. They've not shied away from experimenting with those. We were just discussing before the game, me and Liam, about what their formation is actually like, what they have in the midfield, and only Raghav Gupta is somewhat more of a proper midfielder, but he can play striker as well, and very fluid. You can see William on the flanks is named as a midfielder, moves to the wings. Denzil sometimes comes central or sometimes to wings. Here's Surajit, and he's running forward now. Oh, that's a brilliant pass. Chunga accelerates, has options in between, and excellent defending.
And just as we mentioned about that midfield, someone who keeps dropping deeper is Denzil, and it really helps. And that is where he can drop deep, play those balls wide to the likes of Chunga and William, and then go on to the end of it later on. Very good defensive work there by Jeremy tracking back. What a battle that is between those two. And now it will be the corner, the first of the game for Rajasthan United. But before that, looks like the ref has spotted something. Lots of bodies in the box. Chunga to take it. Looking for that in-swinger. That's a poor delivery. Almost flicked. He does get another opportunity here. Plays it backwards and in fact has given it away to Real Kashmir. And here's Jeremy with the afterburners on. He's got options in the center. Plays it, but eventually a good piece of defending there by Zoma coming to the rescue. Real Kashmir could have definitely had a counter attack going, and he will breathe a sigh of relief there, Chunga.
Well, Chunga will, but the problem with Jeremy had was he's not habituated with this surface really. He was in a difficult situation under pressure, still tried to find a pass, but in an artificial surface you would expect that to just skid through to Krizo. Asrar Rabar used his arms somewhat, Surajit. Oh, that's a giveaway. Krizo combining with Kamo. And now Jeremy from the left has options again. Went fast, so much interest to contribute in attack. Carlos to Haider Yusuf, trying to calm things down, Real Kashmir. But that final pass again needs to be better. And Chunga, there's something about him which gets him away from those defenders. Can he do better this time? Takes it to his right and opens up, but Wayne Vaza, I believe it was. How about that for commitment?
Chunga did well again. This time looks like it almost opened up for him, but Wayne was super challenge. Quite annoyed with each other, the Real Kashmir players. They give away corner number 2. Chunga will be looking for a better delivery this time. Slightly higher, that is what Jefferson and the rest are looking for. In fact, it has been taken short. Not the best of deliveries again, but here's Denzil. Shouts for handball. I think it struck the back of the defender. They're throwing themselves at everything here, Real Kashmir, to try and stop the shots from Rajasthan United, who are looking a lot better in the final third. Asrar clears. And lots of pressure here from the Desert Warriors.
This looks like a different Rajasthan, but the test will be if they concede, but they want to score first.
I think that's very important because they haven't kept a clean sheet in 8 games, including that Super Cup. So if they can keep a clean sheet, then the confidence will spread towards the rest of the team. If they concede first, then again it's the same old story. They won't want that. And so far, they have done a lot better than Real Kashmir in the attacking sense of things.
Indeed. And their attacks have been more of fruitful attacks. It's as we say often and hear often, that it's what you do with the possession. Real Kashmir had the majority of it, but the final passes, the chances, more of it coming from Rajasthan, somewhat in balance in that attacking term. And now William. was thinking for a shot, I'm sure, but that was wild.
If you spot that, it's gone straight into the hockey goalpost behind the ground. Great facilities here at Namdhari Stadium. Not sure if that will count as a shot on target.
I was about to ask you if that counts as a goal.
Rajasthan United would take it, but unfortunately, that one just over the top. Lots of outlets from William and Chunga, Denzel as well. But in the first 25 minutes, haven't really seen too much of Marin, the Croatian. Once he gets involved, then there might be even more to talk about for Rajasthan United. This one is a foul though.
Well, you were mentioning how they have not been able to keep a clean sheet in the I-League as well as the Super Cup. And if you look back at that, they had a few changes and experiments, as I mentioned, going on every time with the defense. They've not just found that perfect combination yet, which Pushpender Kunde, I'm sure, is still looking for. So far, in the first 27 minutes, it has been pretty decent to contain Real Kashmir. Krizo. Now by Kamo. And Surajit putting in a shift there at the back twice or thrice now, has not let Real Kashmir breach that defense line.
A lot better there from Real Kashmir. As you can see, just the 2 shots from them so far. That was more of a cross, perhaps 6 shots so far from Rajasthan United. First corner of the game, which will be taken by Jeremy.
A variety of tactics from 2 coaches. Jeremy delivers with his left, much better. And the header is off target under pressure from the captain, Muhammad Hamad. Bhavendra Malla. He's been pretty decent so far. Good, I would say. Not decent, more than decent. Made a couple of saves, some outings, some close passes from the back.
Absolutely solid start from him. We've seen that it's only 2 shots from Real Kashmir, but before the shots could be taken, Malla's the one who's come and thwarted it out. First he collected one which was close to Jeremy, and after that just snuffed out and got a good touch to the cross again from Jeremy.
Was playing for Army Red, Bhavendra, before coming into Rajasthan United, and services before that. So has got the experience, but this is his I-League campaign's start. Some solid defending from Haider Yusuf. Carlos Lomba through the legs, cleverly done. Krizo, what a flick. And now by Kamo. That would look better if they can move on with the attack. But 3 white shirts covering up, and Surajit, that is Raghav Gupta rather, was tracked back.
And that's what he's all about. Raghav Gupta offers so much to the team. Just shielding off that challenge from Bai Kamo, which is not easy, of course, and slowly getting into their stride now, Real Kashmir, with a few flicks and nutmeg passes. Haven't been at their best so far. And here is Marin, who will take a bit of getting used to the weather coming over from Croatia. Has played in other Asian sides as well, has played in Singapore previously, but it's a whole different ball game.
There's a bit of a talking and a warning somewhat from Akash Kumar Mehta. Just look at Carlos Lomba saying there was an elbow, but it wasn't really the case. Maybe some other incident is what he's complaining about, but Rajasthan have a free kick. Haven't seen much of Marin getting involved as such. 59% possession. Rajasthan have crawled back substantially, 41 now. Raghav Gupta to take the free kick, but Marin, once or twice he was involved, looked good, but has been pretty silent.
Yeah, he'll be looking to get more involved in the game. Here's Raghav Gupta, 15 to play in the first half. Decent delivery flicked on by one of the Real Kashmir players. And eventually, nicely taken there by Mohit Shabir, who hasn't had much to do after that initial save. And then Chunga beat him. All ends up, but his post coming to the rescue.
By Kamo, just dropping very deep to support his team. He was looking for Krizo, maybe, no, it was Asra Rabar who was on. And it is a game which has been very much in balance today. Surprisingly, many were not expecting this for sure, with the team at 10th and the team at 2nd. And not a cakewalk for Real Kashmir. That is why the I-League is so very competitive and interesting to watch. You cannot really take anything for granted.
Spot on, and that is the first thing that Ishfaq Ahmed said in his pre-match interview, is that it's not going to be an easy game, and there are no easy games in this competition. It looks like another tug back means that it will be a free kick in quite a dangerous position here. Wayne was the offender this time.
There's the Rajasthan United bench, some promising names. One of them, of course, Novin Gurung. Has been playing in the I-League for such a long time now. Has played for Shillong Luchong. Has played for Real Kashmir as well, his former side. He would love to come on later on and impress, though a fullback, but has the ability to score goals. Pushpender Kundu knows when and how to use his players. Chunga with the delivery. Straight to Mohit Shabir, but it was more dangerous than it looked like.
Just a bit too much on it there from Chunga. Good line held by the Real Kashmir players. A flick from Surajit would have meant that it could have gotten past Mohit. But decent delivery nonetheless. And good job from the keeper. Good football all around. And you get the feeling, Vashwar, that these sides won't mind going into the halftime break at 0-0. Of course, there is a lot of time to go. And then maybe in the second half, we might see a few more risks. As we've said, there are options on the bench for either side. Definitely goals on the bench as well. You've got Yash Tripathi for Rajasthan United, has scored a hat-trick this season. Henry Kisika for Real Kashmir as well, who always finds himself in the I-League and has played for quite a few number of clubs.
Well, indeed, what a forward line to have. Krizo and Paikamu on pitch. You have Henry Kiseka on the bench. It's almost like a computer game where you build your team and it doesn't matter who is on the bench and who comes on. You just bring him on and they'll perform, but they'll have to perform. I know that's a very clever flick. That might be a very good chance, only if he could have connected on that shot well. But just a glimpse of what this creation is all about.
Absolutely, Marin Mudrazija, we've been talking about him. Fantastic flick, just in set for him. And eventually that shot just scuffed. Very good touch though. And then acceleration, which was also quite impressive. That is good again from Jeremy. Solid in defense here, Rajasthan United. I think they have changed a few things, and that is a bit of a loose touch from Haider Yusuf. Jeremy has been pretty good moving forward. I think he's been a standout performer so far for Real Kashmir.
Well, Real Kashmir, they like to give us some promising players over the years. We have seen Tulunga last season, who has changed colours though. Now Surajit. Good battle going on between all the players. The individual battles are very fair and pretty much balanced, which is surprising. But good to see. Good to see for the neutrals. Good to see for both set of fans, especially for Rajasthan, because Real Kashmir fans would somewhat expect their team to sail past Rajasthan before it's too long. And look where Denzel is.
And he likes to absorb the pressure, inviting that challenge there from Baikamo, fending him off and now allowing Rajasthan United to build up from behind. Beautiful ball there over the top. Vaz doesn't judge that properly, but then recovers. Chunga with the ball in, looks for the flick on. Eventually, they've done their job there, Real Kashmir, but it all started from that long ball from Jefferson.
Carlos Lomba trying to control that midfield. Jeremy, as you mentioned, has been impressive. They need to go a bit extra right now to try and find that goal. And you were mentioning that as a risk. They'll probably take it in the second half, but right now, just half a step up, shifting in gears maybe for either of the sides. But one thing is the way it looks like, Rajasthan, they seem like they are trying their best. They're at their top, but Real Kashmir, they have somewhere else to go. They have a level up which they've kept in store. We'll wait if they bring it out in the second half.
I think they have to. If you're going to be competing for that top spot in the I-League, or it's been given away. This is a chance for Real Kashmir, though that pass doesn't find Krizo. He's a bit disappointed. Another option though, ball played in. Rajasthan United not helping themselves there, giving the ball away a little too easily. And the ref has spotted something there and calls it quite quickly towards Vaz, who is not too happy with that decision.
It is the hands on his shoulder is what he pointed. 6 fouls from Real Kashmir, 2 from Rajasthan United. The ground conditions are playing a part really. The bounce is not really as expected. Not the best of conditions. The weather was not too good lately. A heavy amount of rainfall in this venue as far as I've heard. And understandable. The bounce is not even at times. Difficult to control. But they have to get themselves habituated quickly. And that's the mark of a true professional.
Oh yes, especially in the I-League, you have a few turf grounds, a few natural ones, so you will have different surfaces to play on, and I think that just adds a bit to it as well, to the challenge of winning this particular league. And that is something that Real Kashmir have been looking to do for the last few years. We've had a few good seasons, not too impressive one a couple of years ago, but now they're back to the top and thereabouts. Can they get the 3 points that they need today to keep that pressure on Mohammedan Sporting? Well, so far, Rajasthan United have done their best to stop that. As Krizo goes for that reverse ball. Idea was right, but again, very compact from Rajasthan United.
Well, if you're wondering why there's a sense of calmness the way we're talking around, the game is that way. The feel of the game, both the teams, they're not really coming out very sharp in attack, just sitting comfortably, resting for a while, just thinking about what to do next, and then going for the things. But when they're rushing it, this is the outcome. Maybe that is why they just want to stay in control, just not lose their composure. Real Kashmir can afford to try and do so. It's their away game.
When you speak about Rajasthan United, they are in 10th position, but they haven't been in bad form per se. They had 3 draws and then those victories versus Neroka 4-3 and Trau 5-4. So 5 games without losing, but still in 10th position. They've got to try and get away from that, and again the break coming at a wrong time for them. Of course, that Super Cup loss, that heavy loss to Interkashi wouldn't have helped. Possession given away again, not helping themselves. Not the best of clearances either. In fact, it has found Marin. And here's William looking for that crossfield ball, decides not to. There's Raghav Gupta. And then again a sense of calmness from Rajasthan United.
No urgency at the moment, but they'll have to if they want a win. If they're happy with a 0-0 score line, which I'm sure Real Kashmir isn't, they're trying to, but a few missed passes up front is the reason they are not being able to. And Rajasthan United, they're very calm, as you said. Chunga, whenever he gets the ball, he's not at all calm. He wants to just jump and dribble past those defenders. And a moment ago, you were mentioning that 5-0 defeat against Kashi, and also at the start, we were talking how they've got a break as well for coming back. We'll talk about that after this attack. William, meanwhile, has Haider Yusuf to beat. Brings in a cross, but no one at that far post.
Yeah, I feel that that's exactly what Pushpender Kundu is telling William. He said, you're not looking up before crossing. And that was the issue. He would have probably expected Chunga to be making that far post run. Chunga switched it up, came towards the penalty area, but William didn't look up, and that is something that any young winger will look to absorb from the coach and the players. You have to take that final look and see where your players are, your teammates are. And that was the issue with him there. He's still learning, of course, William, still playing really well. That's a dangerous pass back, and this could be the chance for Real Kashmir. Eventually, the clearance from Jefferson goes for a corner, and that back pass almost gifting Haider Yusuf a chance.
That was very, very risky, and that is why they have faced problems in past. He was under pressure, and that was very, very promising from Haider Yusuf. He was the one who initiated it, actually forcing the defender Surajit to head it back, and then before Bhavendra Malla gets a touch, he puts a foot in, and now they have a corner. Jeremy blocked away. 2 corners apiece now. 42 minutes played, and Real Kashmir, they won the goal before the break. Lobs one forward. No foul given, and more in hope that attempt from Mohammad Ahmad.
Just coming back to that back pass from Surajit, I think you've got to be careful from a Rajasthan United point of view. They could get a bit too relaxed in the fact that they haven't conceded yet. And they don't want to be giving the ball away to Real Kashmir in these areas. They've already done it a couple of times. That's a little better there. Cleared. Hamad with the header. Good flick on again by Krizo. Now with the runner in behind him in the form of Baikamo, Krizo is slightly dropping deeper and getting those flick-ons which we've seen him do in the past. Not much of that this season though.
Rightly said. But just getting back and rewinding a bit about that Kashi match where Rajasthan lost, there was some things going behind the scene where some of the foreigners, there was only one foreigner on pitch, which was Denzel, and some of the foreigners were not traveling with the team. Some of the Indian players as well, they were rested, as Pushpender Kundu said. Not exactly sure why they were rested, but then of course, as you mentioned, they came back quickly. They had a chance to regroup. I-League is more an important campaign for them. They want to get up the league table. And they tried a few players as well. That is one more positive of it. Some youngsters. Go Cookie got a start. He's not in the squad today. Here's a chance for Rajasthan. Towards the far side, William. Difficult for him to find Marin.
It's been that sort of a half so far from both sides. That final pass hasn't worked. This is a good run from Lomba. Keeps going. William with that touch. Very good defensive work from him as well. As we have 3 minutes added at the end of this first half. A half where there haven't been too many chances. But whenever the keepers have been called upon, they've done their job. You could say that in the final third, things need to improve from either end. But of course, there's a lot of football to play in this game. Surajit goes for that long one. Chunga is rapid. Wayne Vaz is quick as well. And he gets a touch off him. That is superb defending from Wayne. And he gets the throw in his way.
Pushpender Kundu, that has been his plan, to use Chunga that way. 4 or 5 times throughout the first half. There has been a long ball launched towards a blank space. And as you mentioned, rapid. Maybe that's a nickname we can give him, Rapid Chunga. He is everywhere whenever there is a ball played in free space. Solid header, but back with Rajasthan. They're in the contest very well. Raghav Gupta, and again, they're trying to find Chunga, but Wayne Vaz was there this time.
And I believe that is why someone like Wayne Vaz is so important to this team. We have seen him play centrally in the past for the likes of Mohammedan Sporting. But this season, because they've got Hamad and Shahir Shaheen, who's also very versatile, of course, he's playing centrally here. Wayne Vaz can play wider and check the likes of Chunga, who is very quick, of course. So it really helps to have someone like him. And he also moves forward. Of course, he has scored in this particular fixture early on in the season.
Confident from Jefferson. Haven't talked much about him. Clever attempt with the outside of the boot. And Muhammad Hamad had to be alert. But he's given away a corner. And there's the man from Brazil, Jefferson Oliveira.
Well, you usually associate lots of flair and attacking prowess when it comes to Brazilian players. But Jefferson, in his own calm, composed way, has a bit of flair to him as well. Good passes from behind, some cross-field balls. This one, that outer step pass. So he's someone who's very important with the build-up play from Rajasthan United's point of view as they prepare for this corner.
Third corner. Just before the break. This is the time when teams like to strike the most and go into the break with the lead. Is Soma. Has been a silent presence in the midfield. Is not let much through, but not really on focus. Here he can come into focus. Soma with the delivery. And there was a foul spotted. Free kick for Real Kashmir, and probably, well, mostly, it's going to stay 0-0 now.
It does look like that. And as we said, both teams won't be too disappointed that it's still 0-0. Of course, still hanging in the balance. Rajasthan United would have definitely wanted the lead after that shot from Chunga hit the post. But as things stand at half-time, it's 0-0 between Rajasthan United and Real Kashmir, and a lot to play for Vashvar in the second half.
Well, indeed, a lot to play for, and they have to, either of the sides who want the win, have to accelerate. But that is it for first half here in match number 79 at the Namdhari Stadium. We'll be back again after a short break. Stay tuned. And well, there's the stats at halftime. 48% possession for Rajasthan United and 52. They had the majority of it, Real Kashmir, but Rajasthan United crawled back, and look at the number of shots. Liam, 7 of it, 2 on target. And none on target from Real Kashmir, surprising on just 4 attempts.
Yes, as I said, most of their chances came from crosses rather than shots from the Real Kashmir point of view. Here are the shots from Rajasthan United. Chunga with 3. He's been a live wire. Denzel with 2 and 1 apiece from the likes of Marin and William. A couple of shots from Hamad as well. 1 from Bai and 1 from Jeremy. And this is something that they would like to add to in the second half. Real Kashmir.
Well, indeed, and a few fouls here and there across the pitch. 3 from Rajasthan, not too many. They didn't need to. Morin, Jefferson and Soma with 1 each. But Real Kashmir, they have got a good few fouls, especially from Wayne Vaz. There we see 2 of them. And by Kamo, either Jeremy and Krizo with 1 each. They tried to stop those attacks, and that has been the difference in this Rajasthan United side.
And now we take a look at the highlights in match number 79 so far. It's been a half where there haven't been too many chances. Started off with this shot from Chunga, who was quite involved. This was the talking point of the game so far. Did really well to get past, but his shot struck the woodwork. A very good touch there from the likes of Bhavindra Malla to deny Krizo. That was a very good block from the Real Kashmir defence, who have been quite active today. That is testament to how good Rajasthan United have been. Brilliant touch again there by the Croatian, who almost set it up for himself, but that shot was blocked. This was a great chance for Haider Yusuf. Malla did quite well again after Jefferson got that final touch. And at the half-time whistle, there is nothing to choose between these two sides at Nandhari Stadium. That is how we head into the half-time break. It's 0-0 between Rajasthan United and Real Kashmir. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a short while.
Welcome back for second half action here in match number 79 of the I-League 2023-24. Rajasthan United at Namdhari Stadium take on Real Kashmir, and after the first 45 it is all square between the two. A good show put up by both the sides, good in terms of what they had planned being executed to how they wanted to do it. They would have loved a few goals both the sides, but they couldn't really manage. So Real Kashmir with 4 attempts, none on target. But Rajasthan bringing out a surprise package, 7 attempts, out of which few on target as well. Very interesting to see the two head coaches, the two Indian head coaches rather, Pushpender Kundu and Ishfaq Ahmed, bringing all their experience into play. They have the personnel, they have the tactics, and the battle is still at levels, and we'll wait to find out if there is a winner in this. There are stats building up to it, which all has to be changed for Rajasthan to find a win. But Real Kashmir will be confident and will be looking to claim that top spot, dethroning Mohammedan Sporting, for which they need wins. Underway with second 45 minutes. Welcome back, Liam. What do you think will be the situation in the second half? Will it be similar, or do we have a few goals waiting?
Thank you, Vashwar. I think it's a very interesting way this game has set up for us in the second half. Rajasthan United should not look to change too much. They have created chances. They have been solid in attack. From Real Kashmir's point of view, I think they have to up the ante a bit, go into that next gear, that next level. But in terms of a Rajasthan United game, we've got to have goals in it, don't we? Every time they play, they're scoring a lot, conceding a lot. A very entertaining team, that is for sure. As we take a look at the players still on the field for Rajasthan United, nothing has changed so far. They've given possession away though. Jeremy Krizo goes for that flick towards Jeremy, but his run was a little too early. Here come Rajasthan United again. Hardik Bhatt does really well to hold on to possession. Good touch there for Marin to Chunga. It was the bright spark of that first half. And that battle between him and Wayne Vaz is something that was really intriguing and will continue to move on into that second half.
Denzel having to drop pretty deep. Paikamo with a foul there on Raghav Gupta, who is in responsibilities of controlling that midfield. Quickly taken by Jefferson. Jeremy with the flick. Somewhat a clumsy start, and now Paikamo. Krizo has been a little extra clever. This time he goes for a shot. Jeremy controls and he shoots as well. A deflection on the way, just wide. And that could have been so unfortunate for Rajasthan United. They have a corner, Real Kashmir. And that attempt from Jeremy will boost the side's morale.
A great run there from Baikamo, just opening it up for the likes of Krizo. But good blocks twice there from the Rajasthan United defense. As I said, they have looked a lot more organized today. Quite lucky that it did not go into the back of the net, of course. Decent delivery. Good work by the keeper once again. I think a foul was called. Krizo just getting a little too close to Bhavindra Malla, who once again has done a really good job to parry that over the top.
And that's what Ishfaq was asking too. We'll see if there was a foul, Krizo. And it, well, that is why they call the most protected species. Maybe not too much after I have a second thought at it. Krizo somewhat leaning on him, trying to win the battle. It is a physical contact game, Liam.
Definitely was just backing into the keeper. But of course, any kind of contact is deemed a problem. Krizo plays that towards Jeremy. Great challenge. Hardik Bhatt is absolutely everywhere. That's why he's got the captain's armband on. He is an absolute leader. And then he plays it through towards Marin. A bit of a pull there from Shahir Shaheen.
Hardik Bhatt, a very promising youngster, has been with Rajasthan United since 2021-22 season. Last year was so promising that he was taken on loan by Mumbai City FC for a while, and he's back now to lead his side.
Absolutely. And it's the intensity and passion that he brings to the side which really helps, and that's why he's got that armband on. It's not only about being a consistent and top player. Someone has stayed down there for Rajasthan United. Play on, says the ref, and I think now we will get a bit of attention.
Raghav Gupta, indeed it is. Well, hopefully he'll be carrying on. Very strong young lad in the midfield. Well, every player around him calling around as a young lad. That is how much they have based themselves on youth. The squad of Rajasthan United. There's the replay of what just happened late into the challenge.
Yeah, that one always hurts. A bit of stud onto the foot there, and that will take a bit of time to just run off. But of course, as footballers, you are pretty used to those sorts of challenges. Back to Chunga now on the right. This time just holds onto possession, and then that clearance doesn't really serve the purpose. Now Carlos Lomba plays it backwards, and as you can see, 3 or 4 players there in the midfield, not allowing Real Kashmir to build that attack from behind. So Rajasthan United have definitely tweaked something, and that extra time that they've had has been used quite well, I would say.
That's a very interesting spot, Liam, at the way they are maintaining that line, and now that has paid off. William has stolen it back literally, and there are a few players in support. Denzel, he loves to shoot, but body is on the way. And now Real Kashmir will look for the counter. This is better, and they need to continue the intensity. Krizo tried to flick it past her. And loses possession under pressure, but they have a throw-in.
A good chance for Richardson Denzel again. But Shahir Shaheen getting the block away. And the structure really helping Rajasthan United to win back possession in that midfield and then allowing them to move forward. But now here come Real Kashmir. The ball has been played in, but straight into the hands of the keeper. Slowly picking up pace this game.
Unless they decide to slow it down again. Zoma. Here's Raghav Gupta, and there was a good bit of trick down the right hand side, and not sure who it was exactly, but seemed to be Asrar Rahbar. Some trickery coming out of the back. We'd love to see those from the wingers. Has been a silent trait lately.
Very often you do get wingers just cutting back in nowadays. Speaking of that, here is Vain Vaz, who likes to move forward on that left foot of his, looks for a cross, but again very good defending. Here is one of those wingers who definitely brings a lot to the game, Chunga, and then Denzel playing it wide towards William. Great link up play from Rajasthan United. Here is William again looking for Marin. Super stuff from Rajasthan United. Here's the overlapping run from Raghav Gupta. Great move so far. Can they get the finishing touch? The idea was right from Raghav, but nobody was making that run towards that 6-yard box.
Well, he was trying to spot the run of William, maybe, who just stopped at that moment, but the cross was anyway too close to the keeper. Could have just lobbed it over the centre-backs to that far post.
I think from Marian or Richardson's point of view, one of them have got to attack that ball. But of course, both of them were lying deep in that particular move. Brilliant ball there again from Richardson Denzel. Now it looks like it's a 2-on-2 situation. Chunga has the run, but plays it wide. Was that the correct ball? Not too sure And Marin doesn't get it. Chunga still has it though. Rajasthan United looking good here. Richardson, Denzel shoots. They asked for a handball. It was a bit too close there to Hamad. And it's slowly heating up now. Almost 10 minutes played in this second half. 10 shots now for Rajasthan United. Lots of them from outside the area though.
Ishfaq Ahmed isn't happy on the touchline, surely. Not just because of the way things are going on the pitch, but also because of a few of the decisions. They thought there was a foul in the center of the park where Rajasthan continued the attack. Oh, that's just stuck in the ground there, Creaser, and that is where the ground condition is a bit of a concern for both the sides, really, not just one of them. But Creaser coming worse off it this time.
Change in direction could be an issue, and that's why you've got to be careful of the knees and the ankles, but thankfully Krizo is okay. Here's Raghav Gupta. As I said, very reliable and is always offering something for his side. There is a good flick on by Marin. Here's Chunga again, tries to cut inside and then outside, plays it through. This could be goal number 1. What a miss there. William it was who made that run and was picked out by Chunga. He's got to hit the target from there.
Well, he's got to hit the target. There were bodies in the way, but what about that work from Chunga? He has been the most lively, and the first touches from Marin. That has been one to watch out for. Look at that attack again. Chunga just deceives Sahir Shaheen so easily. Not easy to do that. Oh, he needed to connect it better. Not at all. Was he looking for the pass? That, even if he was, that was the wrong idea. Should have done better.
That has been the issue for Rajasthan United. When the time comes to get that first goal, they don't. And then they go on to concede. And from their point of view, they will be hoping that that does not take place once again. That's a good flick on by Krizo. Here's Marin again, looking for that first touch. This time Shahir Shaheen doesn't give him that much space, does really well. That's a good flick. But then the chase will be a lost cause. Good pressure though. Rajasthan United give away that throw-in.
Well, maybe soon we'll see some changes coming in from both the sides. Really waiting for Henry Kiseka to come on and show his shooting abilities here. Denzel has got a few attempts now, but most of them blocked. Maybe he could have taken a touch or two extra to beat the defenders. Jeremy now cuts inside again, a heavy touch. And now Marin. Denzel. Those touches not coming off well.
Henry Kiseka might come on a little later. Somebody else will have to make way for him, of course, one of the foreigners. That is great work again from Richardson Denzel. Here's Hardik Bhatt. He doesn't have any options though. No one to pass to, has to move backwards. Here's Raghav Gupta, who's playing towards the right hand side in this particular half. Forced back again. A lot more intent in the second half from both sides. Here's Jefferson, does really well, will continue his run. Hardik plays it wide to Chunga, this time uses his left foot for the ball in. You can see the idea. Jefferson wanted to set it up for Marin. This is very good work from Rajasthan United though, keeping the pressure on Real Kashmir.
Well, they are more playing like Real Kashmir like to. Back to Pavindra Malla. And now from the back, Jefferson and Amrit Pal, they haven't been tested too much. Hardik and Surajit have done their job well. All the way back again to Pavindra Malla Thakuri. So comfortable, so confident today, Rajasthan United. Looks like a different side completely, the way they're playing. Not too many alterations in personnel, but it's just something which they've worked on, Pushpender Kundu and his team, which makes it look so much better. But they need to hit the target. They need to find goals.
And I think that is something that they will get eventually. scoring goals haven't been the issue. 21 in the campaign so far. Krizo does really well. Stopped there by Zoman, gets that free kick. But a lot of sides did not have a very long pre-season before the league started, and that showed. And now Pushpinder Kundu has taken his time with his players, and they look a lot more compact and resilient, and they're playing together. And it will be interesting to see how many goals they concede in the second half of the season. 27 in the first half. I am sure that it will be a lot less this time round. Here is Carlos Lomba, who will be taking this free kick as we reach the hour mark.
Portuguese and free kicks, but this time it's Ishfaq Ahmed's strategies on it. Cleared away for the time being. Difficult for Real Kashmir to try and break this defense. Not often we see that. They've scored 23 goals in 12 matches. The last time they did not score was against Surindi Deccan, a 0-0 draw 4 matches ago, and that's a cross in and a header as well off the woodwork. And for the second time now, this side of the pitch has seen the ball hitting the post. And from the crowd, it has been cleared away. That could have been the lead.
Oh yes, what a towering header there from Shahir Shaheen. Just didn't get that dip on it. Was a bit too close to the post. He was beaten this time. Was Malla. Both sides getting closer and closer. 30 minutes to play, and here's number 30, Wayne Vaz, holding on to it. No space. Good shape once again from Rajasthan United. Shahir Shaheen, who just hit the woodwork, goes for that ball in. That is definitely going to be a foul. With a knee to the back, I would say. Looks like it will be the first card of the game.
William has been absolutely taken out of the equation with that challenge. A yellow card indeed has been shown, but he's complaining that he went for the ball. And you can see there's Roma, as you said, the knee going up. We'll see that again. Yeah, just jumping with the knee. That's naughty. Well, Liam, as you were saying about the pre-season not being too long and how they have built up for the I-League, if we consider the first half of the season to be a build-up to the second half, and the way things were in the first half, it might be different, then I'll tell you, watch out for Interkashi.
Oh, definitely, I think Interkashi were very impressive even when they started. But now, when they've had a lot more time together to gel and to get the foreigners integrated with the Indians as well, they are definitely a team to watch out for, and a very good bunch of players who have a lot of experience as well. So they're a team to watch out for. Of course, playing later on this evening, double header today in the I-League. And speaking of this fixture last time round, it took 49 minutes for Real Kashmir to break the deadlock. Oh, how about that for a touch from Ishfaq Ahmed, just rolling back the years. He might want to put himself on as a substitute.
There's always an urge in your heart, if not your mind, isn't it? And there's a handball from Jeremy, and look at Ishfaq, animated. He's not happy at all. His frustration creeping in Real Kashmir. 2 fouls from Jeremy. And Interkashi, as you said, taking on later today in the evening fixture. They have used the winter transfer window to good effect as well. Brought in a few foreigners, one on the right wing, one from Atletico B on loan. And that is one youngster to watch out for, has got a very good profile. Just gradually settling down. And now a free kick.
Interesting free kick routine. A couple of runners. It has worked out. Here's Chunga. Looks to get the touch, and the bounce not assisting him there. Just held up a bit. And you can see Jeremy just having a word with the rest of the teammates. It was a good move eventually. We don't see those sort of routines that deep in the pitch. But it results in another corner for Rajasthan United, their fourth of the game. Decent delivery this time, off a white shirt and then cleared away. And you've got to do something special to score in this game by the looks of it.
Well, another chance goes begging, but that was surely a much better corner taken by Chunga. And Real Kashmir, they want that special to come from their side. How about a handball penalty? None of the sides would want that, but the way the ball is bouncing around, crossing the box, I wouldn't be surprised seeing that.
You've got to be very careful. And the ball is bouncing. Jeremy, nice ball there to Krizo, who's been taken down, but fairly according to the referee. Now Richardson Denzel to Raghav Gupta. Lots of space opening out here for Rajasthan United whenever they move forward. Chunga once again does really well to play towards the left hand side. Negi again to Richardson. Everything goes through him in this team, and rightfully so.
Just taking a few touches again before the build-up. They haven't kept a clean sheet since 8 matches, Rajasthan United. No clean sheets. And they would want one here. And what a match to, if they make it possible. Hardik with a cross in towards the far side. And no one gets to it, and it'll be a throw-in for Real Kashmir. "66 minutes played, maybe time for some changes, but Richardson, Denzel, some cramps, some pulls. It seems like more of a pull of a muscle.
Yeah, looks like he's in a bad state here. Looks like he has pulled his hamstring. The way he is reacting, I think this could be it for him. Let's take a look at that really good chance which we saw in the first half. They've come ever so close, have Rajasthan United. After that, Real Kashmir also came really close. Good touch there from Malla just before Krizo could get there. A couple of other chances as well. Jefferson missing that one. Most recently, Shahir Shaheen also hitting the woodwork. And I think it will be a change on the cards here for Rajasthan United. And if it is a hamstring injury, Vashwar, then this could be a really big loss for Rajasthan United, because their best player in the season so far might not be with them for the next few games.
They'll have their fingers crossed at the moment, but this might be a big blow. Just when they were looking to come back, they were looking good. Fortune isn't in their favor, it seems, and Denzel being stretched off, that's the last thing Rajasthan wanted to see at this point of time. But quickly having a look at the bench, talking for like options, there's only said Suhail Pasha and Nauba Mitei. These are the two like options, but we have seen Pushpender Kundu changing things around, and because they have Marin up front, maybe we can see some other players coming on, maybe the likes of Moirangtem Ronaldo Singh or Yash Tripathi.
Yeah, I think Yash Tripathi would be a good option because, of course, he has got a few goals this season and he can play that role that Richardson is playing in the midfield and then also move forward to get some goals. So that is something that Pushpender Kundu will have to think of. Of course, now it's about getting this game sorted. It looks like he's still receiving some attention. They are playing with 10 men for now, so he could just about come back. I don't know if that will be a feasible option. Might be a bit risky, but we'll have to wait and watch. Real Kashmir have possession for now. Hamad looks for that long ball. Krizo is there. He misses it though. Hardik Bhatt gets a touch. And it is offside before anything else.
Well, he'll be taken off. I was just about to say as well that even if he can, maybe shouldn't be risked. And it is Yash Tripathi who comes on. And you could, if I'm not sure if you could hear those chants or the shouts from the bench. Where was the offside is what they wanted to know. Not sure where it was as well. Maybe another look at it would have made it clear. But the linesman was there. And hopefully he's got that right. Otherwise frustration would creep in more. 70th minute mark. They haven't scored a goal. They've scored in every of their last 4 games. Real Kashmir. And they've scored in all 4 occasions, all 4 meetings against Rajasthan United.
Absolutely, and this is a team that they know how to beat, and that will be even more frustrating, the fact they haven't scored yet. Here is Marin, who's also down, as if they haven't had enough injury scares already. Rajasthan United looks like he will be fine. Now this will be an opportunity for the Croatian Marin Madrasija to just take on a bit of that load which has been left by Richardson. There's the challenge coming in.
Marin making the most of it as well. Just over his back and using his elbows a bit. And a free kick now. Raghav Gupta can deliver it on a plate for the strikers. Was almost so. And they'll have back possession, Rajasthan United. For the first time, really, to be very honest, they are looking like they're the home side in this tournament this season.
Yeah, because of the break, they would have had a lot more time here in the Namdhari Stadium to just get used to the pitch, acclimatize themselves to different conditions as well. The break definitely working in favor of Rajasthan United, but it won't really be fruitful if they don't get something out of this. Still 20 odd minutes to go. They've got to finish the job that they have started. Real Kashmir now, that should be a foul up against Abai Kamo, not letting him move forward, and could be a yellow card as well because of the breakage of a counter attack.
Well, there you see why Paikamo just running with the ball. Jefferson, he knew what he was doing, just stops that attack, pulls him from behind. And Paikamo hasn't been too involved in the second half, has played across so many clubs in India. Started from the CFL. He has a chance meanwhile from the free kick. Will be a corner for Real Kashmir. And getting back to what I was saying about Paikamo, started with George Telegraph and went to play for Salgaonkar. Has played for Aizawl FC, Mohun Bagan, Kokulam Kerala, Mohammedan as well. Look at his CV, he's just been everywhere around in the I-League and Indian clubs. He's played for Churchill Brothers for a few games and Neroka before coming here at Real Kashmir.
Lots of experience, and that's what they will be looking to get them over the line. Lomba with the ball in. Doesn't go past the first post. Real Kashmir can put it back into the danger area. That's a poor ball. And you can see Krizo is really annoyed with that pass from Haider Yusuf.
Chunga couldn't get past Haider Yusuf. He's come to the left-hand side here. Or rather on the overlapping run from the right. And that is a goal kick. That's a waste of an opportunity again.
It looks like Real Kashmir are preparing a couple of changes. I think I did spot Henry Kesika preparing to come on. Atib Ahmed Dar as well, who has been pretty good this season. You did mention, or rather both of us mentioned, that these are the 2 substitutes that can come on and change the game. So perhaps we will see that change soon, because time is running out now from a Real Kashmir point of view. This is the game which they would have looked at and thought, okay, 3 points to try and get even closer to Mohammedan Sporting, but it hasn't been that straightforward so far. Hamad, nice ball to Krizo, who does really well, even though he lost his footing. Hasn't been cleared. A shot comes in, but it was a feeble attempt, and it looks like there's another injury on the cards here.
Now they were planning for a couple of changes, but they might have to plan another because of not just the injury. That doesn't look too bad, but he'll get some treatment, but because of tired legs as well. That is why this one, you could see the shot as well, couldn't generate enough power on it. And Atiba Madar, you mentioned, he's been the most favorite substitute, I would say, and the favorite candidate to replace Asra Rabar has been switching things with these two. That has been effective, but Jeremy looks to be in some pain. Didn't look that bad initially, but right now they'll have a check, a full proper check before they decide with those changes.
Hopefully for him it's more of a cramp by the way he's stretching as compared to Richardson Denzel's one. And good to see Amritpal Singh as well helping him out. And there are the changes that we were speaking about. It's just that the personnel coming off might change.
Well, it is Jeremy who is being taken off. So the two flanks now, Asra Rabar and Atiba Matar. Interesting strategy, but effective hopefully. And we'll wait to find who Henry Kiseka replaces. And it was expected by Camo. Did his job but couldn't find the goals, couldn't find the supply. Very tough fixture. And Henry Kiseka has his job now. Two lethal strikers up front, Krizo and Henry Kiseka.
It just gets even tougher from the Rajasthan United point of view. Now they'll have to deal with Henry Kiseka, and it looks like Jeremy will be stretchered off. This is not a good sign. A couple of players stretchered off within a few minutes, one from each side. Hopefully Jeremy and Richardson Denzel as well will be able to make a quick recovery.
Well, hoping for a quick recovery of both the players, Denzel and Jeremy, for both the teams. So Atib and Henry Kiseka has come on. He's won the I-League before with Kokulam Kerala, and he knows how to move towards titles. And that is a foul, a pull from behind.
Quite a few challenges coming in. This time Atib is just come on as he pulls back the other substitute, Yash Tripathi. Yash very adamant to get his point across there to Raghav Gupta as to how he wants this ball delivered. Jefferson is there as well. Raghav with that outswinger towards Jefferson, heads it towards the goal post, but it was always going to be wide.
11 shots from Rajasthan United and 9 for Real Kashmir. Nothing to separate between the two. But maybe the changes in personnel can maybe change the scoreline right now. Shahid Shaheen. Real Kashmir, they need to hurry if they want 3 points. It's an away fixture, but the position they're in the league table, they do not want a draw, they do not want a loss. They have defeated Mohammedan, and that defeat will only be useful if they can manage 3 more points. Here's Krizo, has seen Henry Kiseka through. Krizo will get it back and shoots as well, but shoots wide. And for a moment, the Real Kashmir supporters would have really thought this is their time.
It's set up quite nicely for him. Spoke about the bounce on this field. That time it came to his aid. And that angle also opened up towards that left-hand side. But unfortunately for Krizo, could not keep it on target. And from Rajasthan United's point of view, they will take a 0-0 draw all day long versus a top side like Real Kashmir. And they will definitely take a clean sheet as well. As I said, just one clean sheet in their campaign. But here come Real Kashmir again. Good defensive work from Rajasthan United. No real options, but now the cross does come in. It's a poor one. Easy to defend it. Hamad plays it into a dangerous area again, but Kiseka cannot keep it down. And so far so good from Rajasthan United in terms of just keeping Real Kashmir at bay.
They're doing very well to maintain their shape, and along with that, that cross which was poor from the right hand side from Real Kashmir, more of a forced cross. He had no other options left with him. The way Rajasthan were defending and had to cross it in. Rushed it. Now Real Kashmir are trying to step up a bit. Mohammad Ahmad and now Shaheen. And they're all back in a shell, Rajasthan. They want to go for that counter at the moment. 10 minutes approximately remaining after this of regulation time. And look at the intent. They both want to get on it again. The bounce being a bit tricky, but Carlos Lomba trickier.
A lovely turn from him. He's very nifty and uses that to adjust so well. The last clean sheet from Rajasthan United's point of view, their only one in the season, was in a 2-0 win versus Churchill Brothers. They have to dig deep now for the next 10 minutes. And here comes Jefferson, who is really good at carrying the ball forward. Looks for that pass, could not find Chunga. If he did, there would have been a lot of space, but now there's a vacant opening behind because Jefferson has left himself. Good chase, but eventually Haider Yusuf kept it in only for the Rajasthan United players, who can now move forward. Here is Marin, who's dropped slightly deeper, waits for a few bodies to come forward, and plays it towards Hardik Bhatt.
This is more end-to-end right now. Hardik Bhatt being pulled from behind, and that might be a card because this is the second time he has tried to do so. Just avoids it. Hardik Bhatt is exactly pointing for that card. He's not actually pointing at the ref, but towards his teammates and bench maybe. Well, that is a foul indeed.
Second time Atib has done that. This one was whilst Hardik was trying to move into a better position. So yeah, could have been a yellow card. I'm sure the next one will be. Chunga this time. Poor delivery. Ahmad clears it away. Not the best of balls towards Raghav Gupta, and it will fall for Real Kashmir. Haider Yusuf plays it through. Again, not being able to play that ball through for Atib. And it's been that sort of a game so far, Vashwar. In the attacking sense of things, it just hasn't worked out for either side, and now you can see a lot of tired bodies pulling up.
It is Haider Yusuf who went down straight away. And he'll be getting a bit of treatment too. He's been quite a regular for Real Kashmir. And there is a change meanwhile. Nauba Mete. It is his turn. And Novin Kurung has come on as well. That's the man I was talking about. How about that for a storyline wherein Rajasthan United clinches a victory here? And that'll be a major upset for Real Kashmir. So Nauba Mete and Novin Kurung, the left full back, and a forward player brought in, Bhavendra Malla. All eyes on him because he's on the verge of a clean sheet. Chunga has been taken off. That's surprising, but they had to take a player off in attack, and that was the most likely option.
A fantastic game from Chunga once again. Should have had a goal. He will be thinking that as well after he hit the woodwork. But very impressive moving forward and getting those crosses in, taking shots, taking on players. And perhaps from Pushpinder Kundu's point of view, after seeing so many players struggle with these cramps and injuries, you don't want to take any more risks, especially someone like Chunga who's been up and down for the entirety of this match. But a great game from him. Of course, fresh legs always do a world of good, and Rajasthan United need that. That is a risky ball backwards, beautifully taken in its stride though from Hardik Bhatt, and now he plays it forward. And it opens up nicely for Nawa Mete, who plays the ball in. It's a good delivery. This could be it for Rajasthan United, but a bit too much on that ball. And Marian was just a little bit away from a tap-in and what would have been a stunning counter-attack from Rajasthan United.
It could have been a dream introduction for Nawa Mete. A good cross as well, just an inch away there from the player at far post 2. Even Marian, but there, it looked like it was aimed for that far post just a bit. What a sparkling introduction. And that is why the change is on point. But still, it is 0-0.
I think it wouldn't have counted because the offside flag was shown. So Marian was anyway a little too far forward. And perhaps that's why he didn't really go for it entirely. But you were right, Vashwar, what an introduction. That is why fresh legs always help, and that'll be a bit too much for the not so fresh legs of William.
Do we have a goal even in this fixture? Looks like there might be a late dramatic goal from somewhere. Carlos Lombard towards Criso. 1-on-1. He loves these situations. Finds a pass, difficult to control. And Asra Rabba still manages a shot. Well, apologies, Ate Bamatar it was. Still manages a shot, but well wide. Criso is so determined to get his side on the lead, but he needs to be the one trying to get in a shot or two at times. More involved, too much involved rather in a build-up, which has been a good thing, but he needs to get those goals too when it's not working. Another change meanwhile. Asra Rebar will be off, and in comes Ramdina. Two changes rather. Tariq Mir has also come on.
Yeah, he replaces Ayub. So Real Kashmir also trying a few things to try and get the goal. And I agree with your point there, Vashwar. Criso hasn't taken too many shots today. He's trying to construct the goals rather than score them himself. It was a good try from Atib, and you can see how slowly throughout the game the ball possession has changed. And finally Rajasthan United have had almost the same amount of possession. Wayne Vaz, great delivery, a teasing ball in. Good piece of defending though from Surajit Negi on his weaker foot. Does really well. Good ball from Vaz as well on his weaker foot. Now with a couple of minutes to go, it's still 0-0. The last 0-0 draw in the I-League this season was way back on 17th of December. That was Churchill Brothers versus Mohammedan Sporting. Real Kashmir tried to keep the ball alive, and somehow I think there was a bit of a push. Two Rajasthan United players down, and have they clashed into each other there? I'm not too sure.
Well, the replay might just make it clear, but Criso is complaining for them to get up quickly. Shahir Shaheen just calms him down. Just a friendly shake of a hand. And Surajit, you were talking about him, the weak foot, but he has been so impressive today. A bit of a different role with that formation which Rajasthan United are playing with. There's the replay again of the incident. Did he do too much wrong, Henrik Seka?
Yeah, he was just going for the ball. Of course, everyone going for the ball, and nothing really came off it. The ball went straight to the keeper's hands. Launched long now by Rajasthan United, not taking any chances, almost falls into the path of Marin, who has been working pretty hard, especially after Richardson Denzel has gone off. He almost wins the ball back, in fact he does, then goes to ground. No foul, says the ref, as we move into the final minute of the 90. Lomba loses out there, slightly tired legs from his point of view as well, but Hardik Bhatt never gets tired. He gets taken down, and finally the foul has been called by the ref, a clattering between bodies, and that's the 15th foul now from Real Kashmir.
Yellow card is out as well. And was it intentional is the question. Wayne Vaz doesn't agree. But what's more interesting is Rajasthan now are trying one more different thing. Before that, we'll look at that foul. It's coming in the way more often. But after so many challenges at the 89th minute, the card coming out is not too surprising against Wayne Vaz. But a free kick from an interesting position. And the new thing they are trying is that Novin Kurung is playing somewhat as a left mid-half. Not too much time remaining. Just pushing numbers in attack. 5 minutes added on. And Raghav Gupta is ready with the set piece. Can Rajasthan pull out a surprise here?
Well, if they do, they've left it pretty late. Raghav has had quite a few rehearsals at this particular delivery. Every time it's moving higher and higher up the pitch. Lots of options to choose from. Here's Raghav Gupta, and after all of that, does not even cross the wall. That is ever so disappointing. That was the time to put some pressure on the Real Kashmir defense.
And they'll have a throw in. A long throw weapon coming out from Rajasthan, Hardik Bhatt. Can the captain's hand lead them to a massive 3 points and at least the first goal of the game? Hardik ready for it. Krizo just pushing and shrugging inside the box. Not cleared away yet. Clumsy moment, and Marvin gets a shot in, and no one has seen him getting the shot in from the crowd. And they have got the lead. Indeed, Rajasthan United holding the captain's hand have turned things around, and they love late drama.
Absolutely, the Desert Warriors have struck, and it's a heat wave for the Snow Leopards. They cannot believe it. Mohit Shabir doesn't know where to look, and it's the Croatian Marin Madrazija who gets it. What a finish from him on the swivel. We'll take another look at it. Hardik with the throw in. Not the best of clearances. Jefferson got the header, and how about that for a finish on the turn? Let's see it from this angle. Jefferson, look at that for a finish, straight through the legs of the keeper. No chance for him, and elation for Rajasthan United. They've taken the lead with just 3 minutes to go. But here come Real Kashmir. The flag is down. They will look for a chance to cross it in. Cross does come in. They've got to keep pushing for it, and they will get a throw.
And now they have to go all out, Real Kashmir. And now it's all to play for with 2.5 minutes remaining. But on the second look, Liam, that was a good finish. But somewhere that header from Jefferson looked to be offside, Marvin, on the replay. But there's Real Kashmir with a chance. They cannot talk about those during the match. They have to move on with life. And they have to get the goal if they want points here. Rabindra Malla fouled, but still keeps it out of that goal line, doing everything possible to turn around every stat against them. Never scored in the last 3 fixtures against Real Kashmir. They now have never won against Real Kashmir, and they now have a chance to.
Absolutely. And Malla has done a superb job coming into the side and showing why. He's been so composed. He has collected every single ball, intercepted whatever he has had to, and holds on to it even when he is brought to the ground. Rajasthan United are going to boot this upfield. Jefferson usually plays those long balls. It was just the flick that helped it towards Marin, and that should be the decider. Unless Real Kashmir have something to say at the end of this game. Another ball played through, it's flicked on. Malla should get there, tries to stop it. And he does stop it just before it goes out. Oops, he's almost dropped it there as well. And not sure if he's allowed to pick it up, but that is what Krizo was saying, and before anything else, just releases it quickly. After all that, what if he just gave it straight to Krizo? But it has been Rajasthan United's day so far, so...
Well, he was frustrated there, Krizo, more interested in complaining and asking if it went out of play. Had he noticed that, even though he was quick to gather it, they still have a chance. They're still trying. Krizo takes it to a narrow angle. There was, of course, no one in support, and it is a goal kick. And that should be job done with few seconds remaining. A clean sheet after 8 long matches wait. A clinical performance. We were saying about a goal fest when Rajasthan plays. This is not a goal fest. This is a clinical, planned, tactical performance from Rajasthan United.
Absolutely, credit must be given to Pushpender Kundu. His side have come out with a plan. They have stuck to it. They have maintained their shape. They have defended with a lot of passion, a lot of depth. And it's not easy to come away with a clean sheet against a side like Real Kashmir. Someone is down here, just running the clock a bit from the Rajasthan United point of view. And with that goal, incidentally, Rajasthan United now have scored one more goal as compared to Real Kashmir. They're now on 22, Real Kashmir on 21. The main thing is that Rajasthan United have conceded a lot more. So you can imagine how good they have been in the attacking sense of things. It's just about the defensive work, and Raghav Gupta, who's put in quite a shift, now has to be stretchered off as well.
Indeed, and the player who has scored the goal has been with the Dinamo Zagreb youth setup as well, the man from Croatia. Has been a promising name to be brought into the squad. Just 28 years of age, centre forward. And Verito is ready to come on. Mohit Singh comes in for Raghav Gupta.
He said that Marin was brought in to score the goals, and what a time to score a goal. Just when Richard Denzel also went off, you could feel that there was a lot more responsibility on him, and he has stepped up, and a superb finish, a striker's finish on the swivel. Last few chances here for Real Kashmir into the 7th minute of added time. Of course, a lot of it went in the injury and the goal celebrations as well. Real Kashmir do not take no for an answer. They will keep pushing, but they are running out of time here. After an impressive victory versus Mohammedan Sporting, they could be stopped in their tracks here against Rajasthan United and will still stay 4 points behind Mohammedan.
The away struggles continue, and the reason for this downfall after a 3-0 win against Mohammedan is they are running out of resources in terms of energy because this is their 3rd away match in a row. 1-0 defeat to Delhi FC, and then a 3-0 win against Mohammedan. And here on the verge of a 1-0 defeat against Rajasthan. They still have a few seconds more being allowed by the official, but this might be the last attack.
I think it should be almost 8 minutes now. Wayne Vaz needs to put it in a dangerous area. He does that. A few players go for it. It's flicked on. Again, very good goalkeeping from Bhavindra Malla Thakuri. What a game from him. And he has earned this clean sheet. If it stays the same once the final whistle is blown. And the final whistle is blown, and Rajasthan United FC have done it. They finally kept a clean sheet after 8 games, and they've finally beaten Real Kashmir. The fifth time rather of asking. Ishfaq Ahmed is not happy, but Pushpinder Kundu will be delighted. He set up with a plan and he executed it to perfection. Great result from Rajasthan United's point of view.
Absolutely. Spot on from Pushpinder Kundu. Ishfaq isn't happy with a few decisions and a few things on pitch, but Rajasthan United, what a show they have put up defensively as well as in attack. Even when Denzel wasn't on the pitch, goals came and the new man in has done the damage, but have to feel for Mohit Shabir, who is disappointed with that mistake. But the stats at full time changed things totally. 52% possession for Rajasthan United, 48 for Real Kashmir, just the opposite of what it was at halftime. 12 shots for both the sides, but 4 on target from Rajasthan United being the difference. 4 corners apiece, 1 offside each, and a few yellow cards.
The stats really tell the story of the game. It was ever so close, but eventually Rajasthan United just edging out. As we take a look at their shots, 4 from Denzel, 3 from Chunga. Both of them had a great game. Marin with 2 shots, of course, the most important one, finding the back of the net, and 1 shot apiece from Jefferson William and Raghav. And you can see the celebrations in the background from Rajasthan United players as we see the 12 shots from Real Kashmir, 3 from Jeremy and Krizo, a couple from Hamad and Bai, 1 apiece from Atib and Shaheen. But at the end of the day, I don't think they troubled Bhavindra Malla enough, and that was the issue from a Real Kashmir point of view.
5 fouls there from Rajasthan United, 2 each from Zoma and Jefferson, 1 from the man who did the damage, Marin. I didn't need to do much there, but 16 fouls. That's how desperately Real Kashmir were trying to stop this Rajasthan United side. 3 each from Baikamo and Wayne Vaz, Atib Ahmed Haider, Jeremy and Henry Kiseka with 2 each. Imagine not scoring a goal with Baikamo, Krizo and Henry Kiseka in your attack line. Have to praise Rajasthan United. The points table at the moment, they still stay at second, Real Kashmir, but the win against Mohammedan Sporting, the opportunity to close down the gap is gone. It's back at the same situation. Here's the highlights of the game. The first attempt from Chunga, who has been most of the times on that highlight clip in the first half, hits the post. Could have been 1-0 there. And then Jeremy's cross in. Bhavindra Malla, he's been the star performer.
Absolutely great game from him. Super blocking as well from both sides. Defensively, you have to say both sides were really good. The keepers as well. Some good collections from the likes of Malla and as well as Mohit Shabir. This was a good chance for Marin. Haider almost got the better of Malla there. Jefferson just about got there in time. He was also very good. And it was 0-0 at half time. It looked like it could finish 0-0. Another good tap over there from Malla under pressure. Raghav Gupta got into the mix as well. Decent delivery from him. Chunga set this up beautifully for William, who could not find the back of the net. Shaheen as well hit the crossbar. Both sides coming ever so close. This was another one which could have found the back of the net, but somehow Real Kashmir got away. Krizo took a shot from distance which did not hit the target. This was a very good chance for Marin as well. He was flagged offside though. And eventually it did come from his boot after Jefferson made the most of that, headed it towards Marin, and he executed a striker's finish to smash it through the legs of Mohit Shabir and get the all-important decisive goal for Rajasthan United. As it stands, Real Kashmir do not bridge that gap between themselves and Mohammedan Sporting. Rajasthan United now move closer to Delhi Football Club. They are on 9th position in 15 points, and the way they're playing, they can only move up. So that is how things stand here at Namdhari Stadium at full time. Thanks to Marin's strike in the 92nd minute, Rajasthan United have finally beaten Real Kashmir by a goal to nil. That is all from my co-commentator Vashwar Ghosh and myself, Liam Bain. Thank you for watching and goodbye.